Hello students, welcome to the Maths class of 7th standard. Dear students, watch this video attentively. Dear students, let's learn about the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. We have learned that sum of two whole numbers is again a whole number. For example, 14 plus 24 is equal to 38. Whole number plus whole number is equal to whole number. We know that this property is known as the closure property for addition of the whole numbers. Let us see that whether this property is true for integers or not. Observe the examples. 17 plus 23 is equal to 40. Here 17, 23 and 40 are the positive integers. Next, minus 10 plus 3 is equal to minus 7. Here minus 10 is the negative integer, 3 is the positive integer and minus 7 is the negative integer. Next, minus 20 plus minus 7 is equal to minus 27. Here minus 20, minus 7 and minus 27 are the negative integers. Integer plus integer is equal to integer. Children, what do you observe? Is the sum of two integers always an integer? Yes, the sum of two integers always an integer. This property is known as the closure property for addition of the integers. Students, once again observe here, as we know that 12 plus minus 15 is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 is an integer. Thus, the sum of any two integers is an integer. We can say integers are closed under addition. If a and b are any two integers, then a plus b is also an integer. What happens when we subtract an integer from another integer? Can we say that their difference is also an integer? Observe these examples. 7 minus 9 is equal to minus 2. 17 minus minus 21 is equal to 38. Minus 21 minus minus 10 is equal to minus 11. Thus, the difference of two integers is always an integer. So here 17 minus 19 is equal to minus 2 and minus 2 is an integer. Thus, the difference of any two integers is an integer. We can say that integers are closed under subtraction. Hence, if a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Let's now move towards another property, that is commutative property. This is a 10 rupee note. If we add one coin of 2 rupees in it, we'll get 12 rupees. Now take a coin of 2 rupee and add one note of 10 rupee in it, again we'll get 12 rupees. We can write it as 10 plus 2 is equal to 12 and 2 plus 10 is equal to 12. In both the case, we'll get the same answer. As we know that minus 7 plus minus 12 is equal to minus 19 and minus 12 plus minus 7 is equal to minus 19. Therefore, minus 7 plus minus 12 is equal to minus 12 plus minus 7. Thus, addition is commutative for integers. Hence, if a and b are any two integers, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. Is it subtraction is commutative for integers? Let's check. Minus 5 minus minus 19 is equal to minus 5 plus 19 is equal to 14. And minus 19 minus minus 5 is equal to minus 19 plus 5 is equal to minus 14. Therefore, minus 5 minus minus 19 is not equal to minus 19 minus minus 5, because in both the case will not get the same answer. Thus, subtraction is not commutative for integers. Hence, If a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Next property is associative property. We know that minus 3 plus minus 9 plus 17 is equal to minus 12 plus 17 is equal to 5. Also, minus 3 plus minus 9 plus 17 is equal to minus 3 plus 8 is equal to 5. Here in both the cases we will get the same answer, that is 5. Therefore, minus 3 plus minus 9 plus 17 is equal to minus 3 plus minus 9 plus 17. Thus, addition is associative for integers. If a, b and c are any three integers, then a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Adding three integers. Observe the example. Minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2, or minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. Here in both the cases integers are same, but here minus 5 and minus 3 are grouped together, and here minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together. It means here first we need to add minus 5 and minus 3. Then we have to add minus 2. Here first we need to add minus 3 and minus 2, and then we have to add minus 5. Let us solve the left hand side. First let us add minus 5 and minus 3. Minus 5 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 8, because both the integers are negative integers, so add them and keep the same sign in the answer. Next let us add minus 2 for this answer. Now minus 8 plus minus 2. Both the integers are negative integers, so add them and keep the same sign in the answer. So minus 8 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 10. Now let us solve the right hand side. Minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. First let us add minus 3 plus minus 2. So write the first number as it is, minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 5. Now it is minus 5 plus minus 5. Both the integers are negative integers, so add them and keep the same sign in the answer. Minus 5 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 10. Students, observe that in both the cases we got the same answer, that is minus 10. Students, what we learn from this? We can say in addition of integers, the sum doesn't change even if the grouping is changed. Therefore, addition is associative for integers. Let us know about an identity called additive identity. As we know that 5 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. Similarly, minus 8 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 8. From the above, we observe that when 0 is added to an integer or an integer is added to 0, the sum is the integer itself. Thus, 0 is the additive identity. Hence, if a is any integer, then a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. Next is additive inverse. As we already know that 5 plus minus 5 is equal to 0 and minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 0. Similarly, minus 12 plus 12 is equal to 12 plus minus 12 is equal to 0. From this we observe that for every integer there exists its additive inverse such that their sum is 0. Hence, if a is any integer, then a plus minus a is equal to minus a plus a is equal to 0.